Okay, good morning. So today we are going to start with the second lecture of transportation engineering. Yesterday we have seen about the history of road development in India, right? What are the different events which led to the development of roads in India, starting from the Jayakar Committee recommendation. So if you remember yesterday's class, just think along with me. Jayakar Committee recommendation was put forward in 1927. And as a result of Jayakar Committee recommendation, there were several institutions and funds formation. If you remember, in 1929, Central Road Fund was formed. Then in 1934, you had the formation of IRC. And also, as per the recommendation of Jayakar Committee, in order to have a research and development organization exclusively for the development of roads, research organization of the name Central Road Research Institute was formed in the year 1950, right? Then Jayakar Committee also proposed that road development should be considered as a national interest and it should be a long-term process. So keeping in mind this thing of long-term process, what was done? 320-year road development plan was formulated, right? So starting from 1943 to 1963, the first 20-year road development plan, also known as Nagpur plan, was formed, right? And Nagpur plan, the focus was mainly to provide a road network of 16 kilometers for every 100 square kilometer of area. The second 20-year road development plan, of course, the Nagpur plan was started to 1963, but it was completed in 1961 itself. So the second 20-year road development plan came into existence in 1961. Starting from 1961 to 1981, the second 20-year road development plan, that was known as the Bombay plan. And in the Bombay plan, for every 100 square kilometer area, a road length of 32 kilometers was necessary. Now, 1981 to 2001, this was the time frame required for the formation for the third 20-year road development plan, right? So in this third 20-year road development plan, it is known as Lucknow plan. A road length of 82 kilometers was proposed for every 100 square kilometer area, right? So this is what we have discussed in the previous class. So today we are going to discuss about the different road patterns. Different road patterns means if a road network need to be proposed, okay? If a road network need to be proposed, what should be the layout in which, or what should be the plan or layout in which the road network should be coming, or the road network should be designed, okay? This is known as road patterns. So let us see what are the different road patterns. Okay. So if you can observe this one is the first type of road pattern. It is known as radial or star and block pattern. Okay, this image is not that clear, but I can tell you in this image, here you have a central business area, okay? Roads will be seen as radiating from the central business area. This is the central business area. And from the central business area, the roads will be radiating outwards, okay? Now, the development of buildings will be happening as block. The built up area will be in the form of blocks in between this radiating roads, okay? So this is the radial or star and block pattern. Another kind of road development plan, you can see it. Just a minute. Is the radial or star and circular pattern. Here you can see that this is the central built up area. From the central built up area, the roads will be radiating in different direction, okay? The roads will be getting radiated outward from the central built up area, and the development will be happening in the form of blocks within this circular pattern, and roads will be developed as ring roads, okay? radiating from the circular pattern. The roads will be developed as, this will be radial roads, and here the radial roads will be connected with the help of ring roads, and in between the ring roads, the development pattern will be following. So this is the radial or star and circular pattern. That is second type of road development or road pattern. Third one is radial or star and grid pattern. This is the central business area. From the central business area, the radial roads will be diverging outside, diverging outwards. The central business area will be having roads diverging outward, and in between these roads, the development will be happening. This is the radial or star and grid pattern. And this one is the rectangular or block pattern. Rectangular or block pattern means the main central business area is happening here. It will be having a very larger width. Next, the development of other areas will be happening as blocks, okay, rectangular blocks. And these rectangular blocks will be having roads in between, but those roads will be having a lesser width when compared to a central business area. So rectangular or block pattern, radial or star and circular pattern, radial or star and block pattern, and radial or star and grid pattern. These are the different road patterns available. Okay. So I hope it is clear. Okay. Okay. So next we are going to discuss about the selection of highway alignment. Okay. We have already seen the different road patterns. Before a highway alignment is finalized, what are the steps or what are the things to be taken into consideration before a highway alignment is fixed? Okay. So what do you mean by fixing a highway alignment? Fixing a highway alignment means I need to connect between 2 points. Okay. What is the easiest and economic way by which I can connect between these 2 points? I can explain it. Okay. I have 2 points. This is A and I have another point B. I have decided to connect between these 2 points A and B. So what I have shown in the figure is one alignment by which I can connect between the 2 points A and B. The connection between A and B need not always be in this particular manner. This is another way by which I can connect between these 2 points A and B. This is another way by which I can connect between these 2 points A and B. Okay, so these are the 3 different alternatives available for connecting between the 2 points A and B. Okay, is it clear? Now, if I need to finalize which is the way in which the connection should be made between the 2 points A and B, I need to carry out a large number of studies. Okay. So selection of a highway alignment. What is the alignment of the proposed highway? That will be decided only after conducting certain studies. So what are the kind of studies which I need to take into consideration? Okay. So we will write on selection of highway alignment. What are the different studies or what are the different background work to be conducted before a highway alignment is fixed? The first and foremost thing is a map study. Suppose I am a person who is designing a roadway between Delhi and Meerut. Okay. The first thing I have to do is I don't need to go to Delhi or I don't need to go to Meerut and observe. First of all, I will be sitting in my office. Suppose my office is located in Mumbai. Okay, it is very far away. My office is located very far away. I'm sitting in my office in Mumbai and I have with me the map available. Okay, I have with me the map. This map will be showing Delhi and Meerut. So I get some rough ideas about these two places by just observing the map. Okay, so map study will give me a rough idea about the place on which I am going to perform my work. So map study is the first thing which have to be done. Okay, before selection of a highway alignment, the first thing that need to be done is map study. Now, after map study, there is one step, second step. That second step, it is a very important step. It is known as reconnaissance. Okay, remember this word, reconnaissance. Reconnaissance means, suppose my work is designing a roadway between Delhi and Meerut. So in this reconnaissance stage, I will not be sitting inside my office. Okay, instead of sitting in my office, I will be going to the field. Okay, so map study is completed. We have come into the second stage, that is known as reconnaissance. In the stage of reconnaissance, I am not sitting inside my office. I will be going into the field. So what I will be doing in the field, I will be taking some basic observations in the field. Okay, for simplification, simplification of thought process, I can relate it with a very simple experience from your life. Okay, if you want to construct your house, okay, what you will do before fixing the dimensions, plan and all these things, you will be going to the site, right? You have purchased a new plot, you will be going to that particular plot. And what you will be observing? You will be observing what is the topography of that particular area. You will not be conducting any kind of engineering testings, or you will not be conducting any kind of engineering studies, but you will be observing, right? Any person can do it. It does not require any kind of training and all. You will be observing the boundaries. You will see whether you have any water facility available near that. You will see how is the road connectivity to that particular area, right? I'm speaking about a place which you have selected for construction of a house, right? Similarly, in the case of reconnaissance for highway development, the team will be visiting the field and the team will not be conducting any kind of engineering study, but they will be randomly observing the surroundings. Okay, what is the topography? Then what are the natural features available in that area? So all these things will be done in the case of reconnaissance survey. So after reconnaissance survey, we will go to the third. Okay, after reconnaissance, the third stage is, I call it as preliminary survey. Okay, so preliminary survey means reconnaissance is done. Now I need to get some technical information. Okay, it involves a bit more of technical knowledge. I need to get some technical information. So what is the kind of technical information which I will get on preliminary survey? Preliminary survey means it is just a preliminary work. It will not involve any kind of high technical knowledge or highly sophisticated laboratory investigation. So in the preliminary survey, the first thing which I have to perform is soil survey. Soil surveys. In your higher semesters, you will be coming across courses like soil mechanics and foundation engineering. So you will come to know what are the different soil tests. But for your understanding, right now I am telling that for any structure to be constructed, the structure will be constructed above the soil and soil will be the bearing material, right? The soil will be bearing all the stresses of the different constructions coming over it. So an evaluation need to be conducted to make sure that the soil is fit for construction at this particular location, right? So soil surveys will be conducted. What is the bearing capacity of soil? Bearing capacity means how much load can be bared by the soil when a particular structure is constructed above the soil. Okay, then what are the strength properties of soil? All these studies will be conducted in soil survey. And second one is reduced levels. You have already completed a course on survey, so you know what is meant by reduced level. What is the elevation of different points with respect to one common datum? You call it as reduced level. Okay, so if you have an idea on reduced level, you will get an idea on how much cutting and filling need to be performed if a particular highway alignment is to be fixed, right? So map study, reconnaissance, preliminary survey. These are the three stages. Now coming to the last and final stage, that is known as the detailed investigation. Okay, detailed investigation means more and more sophisticated testing will be conducted. And after this detailed investigation, a rough sketch need to be drawn. So this involves a lot more of technical investigation. Okay, so these are the different points which you need to take into consideration for selection of highway alignment. Understand that there should always not be a single alignment available. There can be different alignments available. And the different steps involved in selection of highway alignment is, first one is map study. Then map study means you will not be going to the site, you will be sitting inside. Okay, there won't be any going to the field. Sitting inside the office, the map will be analyzed and the different features will be understood by map observation. Second thing is the reconnaissance. Reconnaissance means random visit will be done to the field, and within the field, the natural features, topography, barriers, etc. will be understood by reconnaissance. Third one is preliminary survey. Preliminary survey means you will be carrying out some basic test. Okay, it is not randomly done like reconnaissance survey. It requires some technical knowledge. It will be conducting some minor tests like reduction of levels and also the soil testing. And finally, there will be a detailed survey where all the detailed experiments will be performed so that a detailed survey will be conducted. Even after completing all these stages, the highway alignment will be fixed. So this is all about the selection of highway alignment. Okay.